Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lydia here with your new moon reading and also your March equinox, our spring equinox reading. I'm just going to be pulling just one card. So I just wanted to start to say I'm so blessed to have you viewing the videos and coming to my YouTube channel. I'm really grateful for everything that I'm getting and the views that I'm getting and the wonderful comments that you guys have been putting on, and I really appreciate it. And next, that is pretty much what I want to say. At this time, we are going through a shift. This new moon heralds a major shift for all of us. And this is basically in our line of consciousness. It doesn't have to do as much with what is going on in the world as it does what is going on the inside of us. And this shift is so powerful. Some of us will feel as though nothing can get us down. Um, and some of us will feel as though there's um, more peacefulness, more calmness within each and every one of us, no matter what comes our way. Something could be thrown at you, a trigger could become very prevalent, and something that you may have reacted more to in the past, but now you feel more peaceful about it, more neutral, and you can come at it from a state of unconditional love, coming in from your heart and checking in with the matter, whether it's a person that is triggering you or a situation. So let's get right into this. We're going to start with the new moon reading first, and then I'll pull a card for our March equinox, which again we are in the energy of it. It's so interesting how the equinox and the new moon are pretty much around the same time. The perfection of the equinox is March 20th, apparently in the northern hemisphere, and the new moon is March 21st in the same. So it is a pretty powerful time, like way past powerful than powerful could be. So I'm very curious to know. I've pulled the cards. I've got three here and I haven't looked at them yet. So I'm very curious to see what we see. So the first card we have, expect a powerful change. Expect powerful change. Okay, you can't make this stuff up. New moon eclipse. Now, we are having an eclipse coming up. I believe we have a partial in April and then a full in May. But don't quote me on that. I know this is eclipse season, so we do have a couple eclipse times coming up in this spring. The next will also be in the fall into the winter time. And I'm speaking for the northern hemisphere, but it's very similar in the same. Sometimes one hemisphere or the other will see the eclipse and others will not. So maybe the northern hemisphere will see an eclipse, and then the southern hemisphere will not. However, the energies are still the same. It is just as powerful. So the expect powerful change. To me, this is kind of a no-brainer. We are definitely looking at change in general because the new moon actually heralds a change in cycle, a shift in the way things go. And basically, the astrology or astrological aspects, the way that the planets are at this time. And I do encourage you to go into to listen to astrology, an astrologer at this time. But the astrological aspects are through the roof right now, off the charts energy stuff. So I seriously think that it might be a benefit to actually listen to an astrologer that you are familiar with. I listen to Pam Gregory and a number of others. I just wanted to mention her just because I have been listening to her quite regularly. But I do suggest that at any time you feel that you're a little on the off side, to go and listen to what is going on with the astrology at this time with the planets and how it's affecting you, because guaranteed the planets are definitely going to be affecting you. So, okay, so let's look at the new moon eclipse at this time. Okay, expect powerful change. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. It's just crazy. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. Not like they aren't already, but however, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at this moment. Whatever's happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There's nothing to fear. Attuned to the moon, never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. That's basically saying stay in the present. Additional meanings for this card that might resonate with some of you. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose, or whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. Um, as well, this is an important turning point in your life. And this is definitely one I would say resonates with me because it is that which is happening with people all around me, communities, people all over the world. This is a turning point for everyone. So, the teaching that new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess, the spirit, to turn you instead to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull the card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. And that is exactly what is happening. This to me, the again, I wish I could say more about the astrological things just because I would like to learn a little bit more about it, but it'll come sure enough. I read it. I don't think I'm supposed to be because basically I don't think I'm supposed to be knowing about it just because every time I read it and I want to reiterate it to you, I can't. So, anyways, I'm just going to leave that. So, and forget about the past, right? So, forget about trying to do this. Just be in the present. And at this present time, I know that all of us are going through massive change. We have um, light the light is changing, as you know, as you may know or may not know, maybe, I don't know. The solar activity that is going on right now is amazing. It's off the charts. And I say off the charts twice because it is off the charts. The sun is super active. Um, Even though we're heading into a, a grand solar minimum, and that I would just basically encourage you to look up because it does encompass a lot of different events. And what that also means is that at this particular time, our Earth grid, or supposedly our the magnetic field around the Earth, is at its weaker point or getting slightly weaker, has been getting slightly weaker to this point. So whatever is being sent from the sun is affecting us a whole lot more at this particular time. And you can see that with the sheer number of aurora borealis that's coming up, the northern lights. That the way that it's being shown and seen is not only in the northern hemisphere or the northern parts of the world, it's also being seen right down to the equator, which is incredible. And that just also means that um, our energetic grid is changing. It's evolving, and they say the scientists will say it's getting weaker, but at this time we kind of also know that there's a shift going on. There is a shift in consciousness, an awakening period where something very, very important will be transpiring within our lifetime, which also I personally am getting the feeling it is within a few years. So in any case, we see solar flares coming in, all that solar energy, photons, gamma rays, we are definitely being affected by it. It is basically no matter what happens, if it's a cloudy day or there purported clouds like cloud seeding, because I know that's actually now truth, it's exactly what they're doing. Cloud seeding, if anything is happening of that sort, it's not stopping them. The photons and gamma rays are so small, they're coming in, the wavelengths are so small that they're coming in, and they're affecting us within our DNA. It goes right through our cells. So if it's in our cells, it's basically changing the DNA, and that is purposeful. This is intentional. This is divinely intentional, because we are upgrading in a huge way right now. So this powerful change, this is not just spiritually, okay? So I'm just talking about this spiritually, but a powerful change within your life circumstances, whether it is financially, in a relationship, or relations in general, your community and being part of the community, being in friendships, that will also change. I hesitate to even talk about work situations, career work situations, because I think a lot of us are starting to realize what resonates with us and what does not. If there is adversity going on at work, if you're feeling like you are in a negative state or constantly being bombarded by negativity, by whether it's your boss, your coworkers, the situations and the projects that you work on, then that is not the place for you. I'm just going to say it straight out. That's just not resonating with you anymore. And the way that the universe is working is that if something is not resonating with you anymore, then that's it, you're done. You've done that particular event. It is now part to include it. It's now a time to include it into your past. And this is what this is also talking about, is that leave the past behind. If you're ruminating upon things that have happened in the past, then it's not doing you any good. You're just letting it go. It's like a monkey on kind of monkey brain, as they say, or basically a hamster on a wheel, going, but not going anywhere. So just let it go. At this point, if you are thinking about the past or something about the past comes up and it's fleeting, it's basically in through the dreams or at this particular time in your life, you're thinking about it, all of a sudden something triggers that, then it means it's coming up for it to be let go, because there's a number of us that are still going through karmic release, as we say. It's not only just during this particular lifetime, it's in all lifetimes that we've lived parallel on this planet or in other planets. So basically any incarnations that we've had, we are starting to recognize certain circumstances that are coming up to be released. And that is something just to take note, that whatever comes up gets released. Whatever comes up through that's triggered, whether it's in your relationships or career or a financial crisis or whatever is that's happening to you, then let it go. Let that energy go. That does not do you any good. Just let it go. So this new moon, if you're able to let that go, if you just let it kind of go through you, just feel the emotions, but let it go through you, then you are going to be expecting powerful changes that happen with you. And add to that gratitude for even going through it. You're going through these things for an experience. So take it and let it go. It's important to do that. The next card we have is, it's very beautiful. What do you need to release? The waning moon. Now, this is interesting. These are the cards, the way that they are. They're separated into sections, like in the guidebook, and basically this is talking about the first two are special cards. So the new moon eclipse and the waning moon, they're special cards, and I find it very interesting that it comes up. Expect powerful changes. What did I just say? What do you need to release? Release the past. Release anything that does you no good at this time, that you don't resonate with. Now, the other thing that is very important to try and release at this point, because it doesn't you no good, is any thought of lack. Throw that whole idea out the window. The fact that you lack this or you lack that. Okay, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this and I don't have enough that. Okay, throw that out the window, because at this time, abundance is here for everyone, and we manifest almost instantaneously at this particular time. That's what all the changes are allowing us to do. It's giving us opportunities to be able to be abundant, to be the abundant beings we are supposed to be. So take anything that you're thinking about that, well, I don't have enough money for this. Throw that out the window. Think the other way, the other side of that. If you're looking at your bank account, or you're looking at the cash that you have in your hands, and you know that rent is coming up, there's year end coming up, yes, we know, and you're seeing something much less than what is supposed to be owed, the whole tendency that humankind has always wanted to go to is lack. I do not have. What you do at that point is more important than ever, that you're taking this and you're throwing it into the universe. Do you want to send it out there that you don't have, so that the universe says, oh, okay, well, she's resonating in that era of that energy of don't want, don't have, so maybe she doesn't want it. No, that's not what you want. You want this to happen. So if you want to live in a state of abundance, you need to start thinking about being abundant. Numbers don't matter. Look at the numbers and just say, whatever. And just believe that you have enough, or that you will make it through. Because sometimes it's not about the numbers. Sometimes it's not about having the money for this. Maybe it's sometimes basically that you can make it through year end, month end, that you can make it through a certain circumstance. And you know what? If you allow the universe to help you in that regard and not stay in a state of lack, then all of a sudden the universe does pull you through somehow. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be something that you think about, that you know what is going to happen. Allow yourself to be free, allow your mind to be free, and basically allow the universe to take you through. So let's look at the waning moon. I'm going to look it up this time because you know how hard it is to find this. For some reason, might have to talk to Miss Yasmin Boland about this. I'm just kidding. Anyways, the waning moon. Let's look in here and find the waning moon and see where we go from there, because it's basically the waning time is after the full moon. So it's basically between the full moon and when the new moon begins. And that part is a time of release. And when you let go, you're basically trying to also figure out what it is that you want to bring in. You have to let something go in order to bring in the new energies. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attuning to the moon, it's safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings for this card: move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now, which is kind of what I'm saying, is like letting go of the past. Say sorry to someone, forgiveness. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Or soon you will see what lies ahead. And that's something, walking into the unknown. Will you embrace it, or basically go kicking and screaming? Your choice. The teaching: at the time of the waning cycle, take a moment to look up in the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. Now, anybody who's in this particular stage, one of the best things I would suggest you doing is taking some time to walk out in nature, even standing outside, and to take several deep breaths. Because at this time, because we are going to spring, this is talking about autumn going into winter, but basically you're bringing in this new energy. Spring is perfect for this, and it's a perfect time to change the cycle, to say goodbye to the old and bringing in the new. So when you go outside and taking that nice deep breath as you embrace what spring has to offer, it just makes you feel like there's something new. It's revitalizing your cells for the physical and biological parts of things, but also you are kind of showing the universe that you're ready for something new, that you're ready for the old thought patterns to be sent away and bring something new into your life. Whether it's the newness could very well be just a change of perspective, a change of point of view, so that you're not living in lack and you are embracing abundance at this time. So, releasing is also releasing any past relationships that no longer serve you. And that's also ruminating upon those relationships or circumstances, say triggers that have happened in the past for situations that have made you feel really bad. But let it go. At this point, you're not going to, if you're thinking about it, you're kind of reliving it over and over and over again. There's really no point in doing that. Now is the time to actually step out of that hamster wheel and just embrace the new. So the last card that we have for this new moon is take time to breathe out. I love it, the way the universe works. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Disseminating moon. Very interesting. So taking time to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe out is just exhaling, letting things go, becoming calmer, allowing your muscles, the tense muscles, to just let go. That's disseminating. It just basically letting things go. This is a time of when you're letting go. Most of the times, it's a continued progression and expression of the full moon, but you need to let go in order to bring something new. And I know I said that before. This is about this new moon, this new energy, and the new state of consciousness that is coming in. Actually, I think it's here. That's my thought, anyways. That I think it's here. I think it's moving within us. It's changing us as we speak, and as we go through the next few months, we're going to see more and more of how a new world is happening, especially when we start to shift our consciousness, shift the way that we are thinking, our perspective, and what we see in the world, what and how that's affecting us. Even though there are numerous crazy things that are happening in the world, let that part kind of stay outside of your inner circle. You can watch it, just watch it, but don't take it internally. Don't let it affect you so badly that you are caught up in that spiral, that downward spiral of a tornado. Stay in the eye of the tornado and you'll be fine. Taking time to breathe out, the intensity of the full moon has abated. And what are we left with? That's what this card is asking you. It suggests that the situation you're asking about has now peaked and it's time for you to regroup and learn from your experiences rather than blindly forging ahead. Oh, yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Have faith that what is happening is for the best. Try to accept the way things are now and give yourself and others time out to relax. Breathe. We can't be on all the time. If you feel you've hit an obstacle or even failed in some way, now is the time to reflect on how to do things differently next time. Be honest with yourself if you feel bad about your current situation, and then remind yourself that life goes in cycles. Attuned to the moon, I am where I am, and it's okay. It's nice. I am where I am, and it's okay. Additional meanings that might resonate with some of you: you should know where you stand either now or very soon. You need to take some time out for your own good. It's time for you to share your wisdom and experience with someone else. And that is all for all the teachers and old souls out there. That's definitely game on for us. Avoid falling into a slump. The teaching about this, the disseminating moon, is the first moon phase after the explosion of energy that comes with the full moon. No matter when you pick this card, it suggests you're at a more tranquil point in the life cycle of whatever situation you're asking about. This is not the ideal time to start something new. again, this is like, that's amazing. It's saying the same thing about the second card. The disseminating moon is the time to breathe out. Give yourself some time off and think about what has passed. Now, this is basically whatever is happening right now. You might be going through some uncomfortable things. This is also part of this consciousness change that we are going through, called the Great Shift. We are shifting into something new, a brand new human. I say that term loosely. We are turning into something brand new, a brand new being, shall we say. And because of that, we've never been there before, like not at least consciously that we know of at the moment. So everything is brand new. Everything about that is brand new, which means some things will be uncomfortable. And I can tell you right now, there's some physical things that are going on that will feel uncomfortable: dizziness, headaches, back pain, lower back pain, because that is actually also being healed at this time, the root and the sacral chakras at this time. Um, Anything. It could be a mental state, it could be just angry or irritable or feeling sad and emotional. It could be anything. It affects everybody differently. So take the time to breathe. Take a moment and step back from your situation as much as you can. And at the very least, on a daily basis, take that time. Take a step out, look at the situation from afar, and just breathe. So anyways, let's look at this. That's kind of our new moon reading for this new moon, and we're going to Aries, so it's in Aries. And very interestingly, how all three of these cards that have come up, the new moon, eclipse, expect powerful change; the waning moon, what do we need or you need to release; and disseminating moon, take time to breathe out, all have to do with a state of mind. Totally, they're totally different from the rest of the guidebook actually for this. And they do say a very, very similar undercurrent of let things go, start thinking something new, and whatever's happening, be mindful of the change and walk through it no matter what. Even if you're fearful, let fear, feel it, but walk through and do it anyway. So that's a very, very cool time. And it is how we are about to adapt to the changing times on a present day, every single day. Take the time to just acknowledge that change is normal. That's what's going to happen every single day. I'm changing, and that's normal, and it's okay. So let's go on to the spring equinox reading. So we've got one card here, and I'm drawing from the Crystal Spirits. This is a very cool deck. The Crystal Spirits Oracle is by Colette Baron Reed, and it is a fantastic oracle deck for anybody who loves crystals. And I love crystals. So I pulled a card for our equinox reading, and I got aquamarine. There we go. So look at that. Kind of matches, doesn't it? So aquamarine, we have aquamarine is a bluish. I'm actually staring at the crystal right now, so I'm going to reach across and grab my aquamarine and show you what it looks like. This is sort of sort of like this, anyways. So this is my aquamarine. It's beautiful. It is like a gorgeous aqua quartz, and what the aqua or a quartz or aquamarine will say. This is from the attributes that I have. Most powerful healing and energy amplifier, absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. Protects against radiation, dispels static electricity. A deep soul cleanser, and works with the person using it and attunes to them. Raises the energy to the highest possible level, dissolves karmic seeds, hello, enhances psychic abilities, filters out distractions during meditation. Oh my goodness, there's so much in here. It's it's good for all kind of crystal. Most efficient receptor for programming, aids concentration, unlocks memory, harmonizes all chakras and aligns the subtle bodies. An intense energy reflecting the intense alchemical process that bonds gold to quartz, frees you from limitation, creates spaces for something new, heals, cleanses, and calms the aura, releasing any stress and healing holes, activates the chakras, especially the throat, encourages communication from the heart. So this is a very powerful little crystal. So let's just read what is said from the oracle card deck. And what a lovely number it's at. Number 7, a wonderful, wonderful number in numerology. So the essential meaning: enhanced clarity, calm discernment, awareness, and acceptance of one's truth. More than ever, it's easy to get lost in a flood of information. While remaining focused and on task may be difficult with your senses when your senses are overstimulated, Aquamarine Spirit has appeared to tell you that you really do have what it takes to sort it all out and become clear as you make decisions. Your powers of discernment are now magnified, and you are poised to make healthy choices for yourself and the good of all. Crystals can be found when looking carefully at a big rock formation or layer of earth. If you call on the help of the conscious universe and work with the energy of aquamarine, you can see what sparkles and calls for your attention. And you can quickly understand it too. Take a deep breath, breathe, and be patient as you practice discernment and observe details you might have overlooked before. First one at a time and then in unison. Know that your ability to recognize the importance of small details is supported by the conscious universe. You are on the brink of attaining some powerful insights, and Aquamarine Spirit has come to show you the way. The relationship message that they talk about here: slow down and look carefully, for there are details that need your time. This is the message of Aquamarine Spirit, which can help you to become crystal clear, both in communicating your needs and in understanding those of others, being also working with that chakra, the throat chakra, in communication. Old patterns may cause you to overlook new information, material that could give you important insights into your relationship and assist you in making the right choice for yourself. So leave the past behind. Trust what you notice. If you're feeling a sense of deja vu when it comes to your relationship, it is the conscious universe calling you to learn the lesson of Aquamarine. Be discerning and observant, and you will surely make decisions that are for the highest good of all. And your prosperity message: your ability to know details benefits you right now, and Aquamarine Spirit will help you make calm, clear decisions. So this is really good for the time. It gives you clarity for making decisions. With the confidence of having the conscious universe allied with you to co-create wealth and abundance, you can take your time. Being methodological is called for now. Those details you already checked, it's a good time to go over them again. You are poised to gain insights that will benefit you as you work to heal old patterns generated by your ego's fear, patterns that no longer serve you, or basically patterns that no longer serve you. And so this is very similar to the reading for the new moon. Break free by exercising discernment right now, for the conscious universe has much wisdom to share with you. You can be confident in everything you need will be right there for you. So the crystal spirit meditation that they add with this, or call it Baron Reed adds with this, is: Aquamarine assists us in communicating on a frequency of love. Meditation with this stone enables us to soften the edges of our words, teaching us to express ourselves from the heart rather than strictly from what we know. This brings a loving vibration to our speech and, interestingly, allows us to be truly heard as the vibration is felt by those we are speaking to. So how lovely is that? I mean, it's basically saying a very similar undercurrent of what the new moon reading was for us, and taking the light and aspects and qualities of aquamarine is so perfect at this time. I'm trying to think of if aquamarine is actually, I'm trying to think of actually the birthstone for Pisces, and that I actually think it is. I'm gonna look that up because I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, you just can't make this stuff up. I'm just trying to think. My brother was born in March. He's no longer with us, but I'm trying to think. I think it is actually. It's aquamarine. Anyways, the birthstone, that's what I'm saying. So basically, this is an amazing time. I mean, this reading is basically bang on when it comes to what is going on at this particular present time. Now, if you pair this with other readings and the astrology of this particular time period, um, you're going to see that there's a similarity happening here. This is only one piece of what really is happening to all of us. And if you want to know a little bit more, I do weekly channels in my weekly newsletter. So if you want to, and if you want to learn a little bit more about what's going on, please sign up for my newsletter on my website, takebackyourpower.live, and check things out, because the beings of light are basically talking about what is happening at this particular time, what we maybe have to look forward to in the near future, and what is happening for us during this shift. So it's really exciting and very interesting. So I thank you so much for being here and watching this video. And if you like this video, please press that like button, and sign up as a subscriber. Sign up for the newsletter as well on my website, again, takebackyourpower.live, and have yourself an absolutely wonderful, wonderful new moon, and a March equinox, our spring equinox. Have a wonderful day, week, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again for watching, and bye.